There have been so many compact LEDs released in the market recently. Could this be the best one yet? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Subscribe to us for more photo and video equipment reviews just like this. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hypop, or visit our website, hypop.com.au. Let's get into it. So I've got the Boling P1 LED compact light. It's an RGB light with me here today. This is the package that it comes in. So it comes in this small, neat little package, almost similar to an iPhone box. So just some features really quickly about the light. So firstly, it has a power of 12 watts. It's got a USB Type-C charging interface. The battery capacity is 2,930 milliamps and 7.4 volts. You can dim the light between 0 and 100%. You've also got the RGB color gamut between 0 and 360 using the HSL color palette. You've got a CRI rating of 96 and a TLCI rating of 97, which is impressive. And you've also got a range of color temperature controls between 2,500 Kelvin all the way up to 8,500 Kelvin. Lastly, you've got your battery operation, which lasts for about 140 minutes at full output. So that's quite impressive as well. So let's give this a quick unboxing. There we go. So the first thing that we see is a little reference card here actually with the Boling light. So the Boling light is there. You can see the back there. And also this reference card. So the reference card just indicates some of the features that the light has there, and you know, some little notes for the controls. So I'll put that aside for a second. And underneath all this packaging is the case. So that's great that it comes with a case here. So the case has some button fasteners there, some snap buttons, and a Velcro opening there where you can slide in your light. And you've also got a little cold shoe mount here, which is great for your little run and gun setups if you're mounting to a stand or to your camera hot shoe. And in this pouch here, when you lift up the Velcro opening, there's a little wrench here. So that little Allen key that's provided allows you to control that articulating arm that's installed onto the light. So there's that. And also just some stickers here and the instruction manual. So let's take a closer look at this light. So the light actually is really sturdy build. So it's made from an aircraft aluminium, which is what it states in the specifications. You can really feel like it, you know, like a sturdy sort of unit. It's well built, and it's really got some nice rounded finishes here towards the sides and the edges. So that's a nice touch by Boling. You can see the LED panels here at the front, and on the back here you've got the screen for your controls. You've got all the buttons along the sides and the top, and also a little color reference guide here for your HSL reference guide. So that's when you're selecting the different colors for that RGB feature of the light. So let's turn this on really quickly and have a closer look. So there we go. So as soon as we turn that on, light looks like it's quite bright, so I'll turn that down. That little display there lights up straight away, and it's currently on the color temperature setting. So there's a little dimmer knob here on the right side that shows plus or minus controls. You can actually control this by 1% increments if you go quite slowly on that little scroll wheel, or you can accelerate that and go through the intensity settings quite quickly if you're just wanting to dial it up or dial it down immediately. So let's turn that down a little bit. So you're currently on 5600 Kelvin. And when we actually press down on the function button here, there's a function little dial wheel that you can flick up and down. That controls the color temperature on this mode. So it's going down by 100K intervals, or you can speed that up and go all the way down to that 2500 Kelvin, which is its low range, and all the way up to the 8500 Kelvin, which is a bit more cooler there. Now, next is the set button up the top there. So set button cycles through the different modes that you have. So the light itself has your typical color temperature orange and also color temperature cool light settings and daylight settings. So you can cycle through into RGB mode there. So I've just pressed the set button down once and you've got your RGB mode with HSL. So with H, you've got that reference palette there, so between 0 and 360, and you can cycle through to the different colors that are required, and then from there you can pick the settings. So say I'm sitting on that green, you press down once and that'll cycle through the saturation of that green, so how intense and how strong you want that green to look like. Got that on 100 now. And then lastly is also the intensity, so you can obviously increase the intensity of your color selection there with the dimmer knob. And the next setting is actually special effects. So special effects, you have a total of 9 special effects with the light. It has 3 different settings which you can go through there. So this one here is lightning, which you can see there's some intermittent flashing there with the light. You can cycle through A, B and C in terms of the different lightning effects that it has. So it cycles through different patterns of lightning for that effect. And the second one here is cycling through RGB mode. So that cycles through the different RGB available colors, typically some of your primary colors there. And you've got a sped up version of that. So you've got 2 RGB cycles and you've got a candlelight effect which shows you a warmer color temperature, and it has a little bit of a flicker, so it mimics a candlelight. The last effects here are sirens. So this is like police sirens. You can see it cycles between red and blue, and you also have a bluish and whitish tone to mimic something like an ambulance, and then also just a reddish tone which mimics something like a fire engine. You've got 9 different lighting effects to choose from, and that's all pre-built in. So that reminds me of something similar to the Aperture ALMW, which has lighting effects built in, but it's good to see that this light here in particular has that built in, as well as all the additional RGB features that the light provides. So the operation and control of the light's really user-friendly, so it has that really clear display there, and it's easy to cycle through all the different settings that it has. You've got the on-off button at the top and also a USB-C charging port at the top there, so just plug straight into the light to charge the internal batteries. Now on the left side of the light here, we can see the mounting fixture, which is the articulating arm for this light. So it's a really unique sort of mounting. It's got a sort of 3-stage arm here which cycles up and down, and also an extension that goes out like so. On the ends here, it's got 1/4" 20 threads, so you can actually mount the provided cold shoe here, so you can mount that on and attach it to a camera. So the light also includes a USB-C charging cable here, so that's good to use with a portable charger such as this, a battery pack, or just a wall outlet socket just like this, a little plug that you can plug straight into a wall. And also if you wanted to plug it into a laptop or a PC or a Mac or something like that, or to the charging port just at the top there. So that's a great feature to have, to be able to charge it on the go. So on top of charging it on the go, you can actually use this light as a run and gun setup. So I've just got a camera here with me now. So this 270-degree articulating arm allows you to mount it to other 1/4" threads here. So you've got 4 mounting points along the end of the arm here. And that's great to use with that included cold shoe bracket. So we'll just feed that straight on. And you can slide that into your camera hot shoe and use those locking wheels to tighten. There we go. So you can actually position this light in so many different ways, and that's why they have designed this really unique articulating arm, which you don't really find in other lights. So you can angle it downwards and tilt the light as you need it. Also position the light, vertically if you wanted to, or in the opposite direction. So it's a really handy little arm to have. So because there are 1/4" threads on the end of the arm here, you can actually mount it directly to a stand if your stand has a 1/4" thread. So you can also position the arm just so it's directly below the light like that. Screw that on. Got a small desktop stand here that you can mount the light on. And there you go. And then because it does have that tilting feature, you can actually still position your light as needed to the direction that you desire there. With all those different mounting options, this light does pack a lot of features for the price. So the price is roughly at about 249 Australian dollars, which is Aperture Aperture's price for the ALMX, so it's a competitor to that light. And you can see with all the features of the included RGB, that unique articulating arm, and those 9 lighting effects, it really is a great value for money light. So for more videos just like this, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hypop. Visit our website, hypop.com.au. Give this video a big thumbs up if it's helped you in any way, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.